Hello, welcome back to Let's Play Morrowind. It's a dark and stormy night in Andothran. Let's have a look outside, let me show you. You probably saw on the intro, I'm sure I probably used this scene in the intro. But what we're doing today, we're still conducting an investigation into the murder of a merchant. I was a bit stuck last time. I did ask for a little bit of advice and someone did come through and give me maybe a hint, I'm not sure. But said there might be a dwemer just outside the city who might be involved in the investigation. I'm not too bothered if we... It's very dark. If we don't solve this, I'm feeling, to be honest, ready to move on rather than spend another episode trying to work out what's going on here and maybe I've broken something. I don't think I have. I'm not too sure. But I will have a quick look around, maybe by the city gate. Is there one this way as well? I'll have a quick look. See if I encounter anyone interesting. Find another clue. If not, I'm just going to say it was like a something to do with the ash statues, a cult or something, and leave it at that. So, out here, there is no one, as far as I can see. It would help if I had my helmet, which granted me detect life. It's in the house.
What are you gawking at?
Still getting the, still got the gawking problem. And rather than find a fix for it, it's just started happening in the comment section as well now, so I'm just resigned that everyone in my life is going to ask me what I'm gawking at from now on. Oh well. Let's head over to this gate, see if I can see any suspicious looking characters. If not, I'm just going to see if I can turn the quest in. I'm trying to remember what one of you said. One of you said there's a dwemer just outside Andothran who might be linked to the investigation. Maybe up there somewhere, but I don't know. Let's see if I can just finish the quest. I'm ready to move on. And Silternalia, she's soaking wet and fed up. And you know, we've got the ash statue. Probably was just like some 6th house cultist. Maybe it was. We can't blame the Commonatong, so we'll settle with that. Draenos, kind of give up. Yeah. See these ash statues? It's a cult obsessed with these statues. He was trying to smuggle them and the cult killed him. And it's as simple as that. Can't blame the Commonatong, so that's the second best option. You claim there is some cult obsessed with these cursed statues and that they're responsible for Gavros's murder. That is disturbing. Given the proof you are bringing, I fear you might be right. Let me take these so I can see to their destruction. Do not let word of this get out, Silternalia. Rumour of a dangerous cult murdering smugglers would be very bad for business indeed. Anyway, I think you deserve these spell scrolls. It could be quite useful in your future business with our house. Daedala's Radiance. I've never heard of that. What does that do? Charm.
If he
Not
was
that
a
useful.
bag, he'd need kicking.
Got to taunt him a little bit. I've got to get his disposition down. I wonder if my mod to kind of get around this I won't bother going into it too much, but I wonder if I've caused this problem myself. I might have. I don't really know what I'm doing in the construction set. Grandmaster, your reputation has reached the highest tiers in the city. I received a message from the Councillor Tholor Andas. Oh, from Councillor Tholor Andas's steward that your help is needed in matters. Maybe your help is needed in matters of utmost importance. The steward's name is Ulvis Ools. Go to the Andas estate and speak with him. I'm counting on your success with this. Perhaps I will have something else for you when you've done what Tholor Andas requires. Okay, cool. We met. We went up there last time, so we know where we're going. We know who we're talking to. Probably could have saved exploring that place for this episode, but never mind. Let's what spell is that? Shield of the Armiger. Why do I have that equipped? No idea. Oh, I know why. I use the plus and minus keys to change my view distance, as you can kind of see by there. But it also scrolls through my spells, so my spells are going nuts at the same time. That is because that should be bound to the scroll wheel. Previous spell. Mouse wheel down. Next spell. That would be equals, would it? There you go, that's better. Alright, I'm going to get some rest back at the house and we'll head over to the manor in the morning. Could stay there for the night, but I don't want to overstay our welcome. Hopefully the weather will clear up as well. Oh, it's another miserable day in Morrowind. Is there an umbrella mod?
Some people are born dumb. Like me, for instance.
I would install an umbrella mod. If you know of one, let me know. Okay, so we need to speak with Mr. Ools, the steward, first. And then he'll send us to speak with, what's his name? Tholor Andas? Something like that. Up here, isn't it? Right. Ulvis Ools, that's him. I have some business for you, Grandmaster. Okay, while I'm sure you can meet with Tholor Andas if you want, you will still have to do all business with him through me. If you prove to be helpful, he might decide to do business with you directly in future. Right now, there are a few things we need help with. If you do everything to our satisfaction, I'm sure the councillor will reward you well. To begin with, we need your help to get the construction of a new inn in Omaynis back on track. Alright, I'm listening. The residents of Omaynis have been long yearning for a proper inn. Right now, they have to get their drinks in the mine, which is certainly not good for business. Now finally, the governor, Alvuru Omain, listened to our advice and announced that an inn will be constructed. And guess what? The contractors they hired are Redoran. Did she seriously think we would turn a blind eye on this? No way. Outrageous. If you would go to Omaynis and speak with the governor to put an end to this madness, I would like you to go to... God, I can't read today. The Silt Strider may take you there. If you don't want to walk, the governor's residence is on top of the hill. And by the way, our contact in Omaynis might want to give you some advice. He should introduce himself while you are there. Here, take this gold. I think you may need it. Okay. We're going to Omaynis? Oh, no, I don't, that doesn't sound right. Omaynis. Omaynis sounds better. We're going to Omaynis. We're going to speak with the governor. Tell her to get rid of the Redoran contractors. Get some good, old, reliable, expensive Hlaalu contractors. And while we're there, we should speak to the contact, who will introduce himself. Okay. Very good. Have I been to Omaynis? No. No, I have not. This will be exciting. New ground. Now back to the Silt Strider. I have a bit of a chest cold today, so I'm coughing quite a lot. Hopefully I'll remember to cut all of my coughing and wheezing out of the video. But if I don't, if I miss one, I'm sorry. But I felt well enough. I think I can talk for long enough to do an episode of this, but I will be coughing through it. But I have a free hour and 1 can of Guinness in the fridge, so what else am I going to do? So we're going to Omaynis.
If he was a bag, he'd need kicking.
Oh, shut up. So the councillor's man is up here somewhere, and there's like, oh, there's the mine, and a load of miners gawking, as expected. Not a very exciting place. Could do with a nice, expensive inn full of Mazda and grief and I don't know whatever else. Someone's house. I'm Nalvos Omain. How can I help you? Who are you? Sergio Nalvos Omain, kinsman of House Hlaalu, at your service. I'm the governor's brother, which, as you can imagine, makes me quite an important person. Oh, really? I'm a noble of the great House Hlaalu. It is my privilege and pleasure to serve my house and clan as a leader and protector of its ancient prerogatives. I concern myself with the wealth and influence of our house and strive to bring profit and wealth to myself and my retainers. My sister has her own way of doing so, and I have mine. But mine has style. Okay, I'll speak to you later. I was hoping the contact would speak to me at some point. This is the manor. Shall I have a look around in here? Who is our contact then? I thought he was going to introduce himself. Alright, there's Nalvos' sister. In her very tall manner. Should we speak to her now? Let's see what she has to say. Alvuru. Greetings, Outlander. I am Alvuru Omayne, house cousin of House Hlaalu and the governor of Omaynis. What brings you to our mining town? I'm here to speak about the inn that you're constructing. And I sent you. Yes, we're finally going to get a proper inn here. Gone will be the days when the residents would have to go to the mine to get drunk. The foundations for the inn have already been laid. We are just waiting for some final preparations before construction can commence. And, what about the Redoran builders? Oh, you already knew? Well, I have to admit I made a mistake. We were this close to negotiate a contract, so I announced the construction to the public. Then my opponent shamelessly raised the price to something we couldn't accept, and we were back at square one. The residents grew impatient, pooled their resources and hired contractors from Carter. Can you imagine such insolence? No, I can't. Can't believe it. I've called the construction to a halt, but the Redoran workers refuse to leave unless we buy them out. Maybe you'll have greater success. On top of that, I had intended my brother Nalvos Omayne to run the inn, but he no longer wants to do it. Perhaps you can make him change his mind? Otherwise, I'm afraid we'll need to find a new publican. Finally, you need to go to Milnes Cloran in Andothran to negotiate a new contract. Oh, bloody hell, okay. Let's start with the workers then. Just make them leave. I don't care how you do it. Just don't expect any compensation from me if you choose to buy them out. I'll try my best. And I'll speak to Nalvos. He's my brother, and is to be respected, of course. But sometimes he's just causing more trouble than should be accepted from a nobleman. If I could only get him into that inn, I'm sure all his misbehaviour will be forgotten. He should be somewhere around here, probably in the garden. Yeah, he's just outside, standing in the rain, in fact. Okay, we've got something to start with. My phone is speaking to me. Go away. What floor am I on? Is this the ground floor? Or do I need to go down one more? Ah, here we go. This is our informant, I think. Excuse me. You're Andas's new agent, I presume. I work for him too. Can I have a moment? I assume the governor discussed the need for finding a new publican for the inn. Yeah. Yes, I'm aware the governor would rather her brother run the inn, but if you think about it, he has one of the traits that make a good service person. He has none of the traits. A much better choice would be to put their dishonoured cousin, Alvis Omayne, in charge. He runs the pub in the mine, so he already has experience of it, and I'm sure he'd be happy to oblige. Okay, that sounds fine. Because Nalvos doesn't want to do it anyway. Well, I suspect the governor would not accept him willingly. But if she, agrees to give Anda... Oh wait, okay. So if he, as in Alvis, if Alvis agrees to give Andas a share of the profits, Andas will force her to accept. Her as in Avula, I can't remember her name. The he's and she's there are a bit confusing. They should be putting some names there. It will still take a while though, so just focus on your other tasks in case she objects. Okay. We'll go visit the inn in the mine. Let's just see what Nalvos thinks. Hey man. Always happy to chat with people I like. And I like you. Yeah, okay, sure. You know this new inn that's been built? we're looking for a new publican. Do you fancy it? I don't care who will be put in charge of that new tavern, as long as it isn't me. Okay, what would make you change your mind? Theoretically. Been talking to my dear sister, have you? She has to accept that I'm a grown-up mer, and not a child she can toss around however she wants. I'm a noble just like her, and I deserve better than to run a petty inn. I'm sure her motive is just to keep me away from her power. Well, if she'd listen to me for once and give me something I'm worthy of in return, I might consider her proposal. If just other things could get improved in this town. Some clunky dialogue there. What would that be? Well, there are just better places for me to be. Right, that doesn't help at all.
What are you gawking at?
Okay, so these are the Redoran miners then. Who's in charge here? You, probably, in a different colour shirt. Irvin, Indrano. We are here to build this inn, but the governor doesn't let us proceed at the moment. We were paid for starting the work, so I don't see what the problem is. Are you in charge? Is no one in charge?
What are you gawking at?
We are honourable workers for honest pay. Do you have a problem with that, Hlaalu? Well, I think you should leave. In that case, you have to buy us out of the contract. It is 100 gold for each of us. That's not that much. Whom should I pay? Me, I'm the head builder. 400 gold. 400 gold, right? There's 4 of them. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, fine. Thank you. This must be the first time I've met an honest Hlaalu in my entire life. No, you've just met a very, very rich one. We will naturally leave Omaynis. Okay, perfect. It's one problem solved. Alright, so this is the egg mine bar. I suppose then they kept saying it was in here that they have to go to get drunk. Oh, here we go. Oh, this is quite cool. Nabari? What brings you down here? What can Nabari do for you? Nothing at all.
Sweet skooma.
Don't get the warriors drunk.
What
Nice
are
coat.
you gawking at?
I don't know you. What do you want? Who are you? I'm Sulis Vvardenfell, a businessman. I have many projects going with my friend Nalvos. He's the governor's brother, you know. Ah, okay. What can you tell me about Nalvos? He sometimes joins us drinking, or brings us along when he has some cool plan. I'm not a massive fan of the dialogue for this quest. Okay, little secret. There's an old shipwreck up on the ridge above the manor district Quite an unusual place for a ship to have stranded on, if you ask me. No one knows how it got there. Takes a bit of climbing to get to it. Ridgeboat, that is interesting. I'm gonna check that out for sure. Vagoth, he's just an egg miner. Orvis, hello and welcome to the Omaynis Egg Mine Outlander. I'm Orvis Omain, and I'm in charge of this here establishment. I mean the pub, not the mine. What can I get you? I want to talk to you about the inn. The new inn that's being built. Yes, they are building a new inn in Omaynis, so I'm expecting to lose all of my customers. But whatever. If that includes Nalvos's drinking buddies, I shouldn't complain. Well, I was thinking maybe you could be the new publican. What would you think of that? Do you want me to run the new inn when it's finished? I'd love to, but Alvuru Omain would never accept that. If you promise to give Andas a share of the profits, we will make her accept. It could hardly get any worse than working down here. I'm all in for it. Okay. 2 problems solved. Now I just need to go get a new contract written up, isn't it? That's it. Let's just have a quick nose around. No shops or anything here, there are there? Looks like a little fishing, couple of fishing shacks down there. A boat. What's this around here? Shrine to Vivek. Stay away from that. There's some kind of statue up there as well. I noticed that when we got here. Ah, this is the new inn. I wonder if that's going to actually construct. Oh, there are shops as well. A smith. Trader. It's always worth checking in a trader's, isn't it? Arrow. What are you selling? Nothing. Nothing at all. The most disappointing.
What are you gawking?
Oh, shut up.
If he was a bag, he'd need kicking.
I'm going to do some testing after recording. I think I've got an inkling as to what's causing everyone to say the same thing all the time. I think I might know what I did to cause it. Don't know if I can fix it, but it'll put my mind at rest just to know that was my fault. A ship up here, they said. Above the Manor District. Oh yeah. Well, this reminds me of The Witcher. How on earth did this get up here? Unusual shipwreck. I'll just have a normal torch. I have a lantern. Doesn't seem to be much here. There's this black void. Yeah, let's crawl through. Creep!
Not impressed.
Ow.
Not impressed. That's all you've got.
What sword am I using? I can't remember. Oh yeah, Verbal's Blade. Absorb health. That's perfect for right now.
At your best, huh? That's all you got. Not impressed.
What's this best with? Anything really.
At your best, huh?
Okay. Verbal's blade is broken. With this little dagger. Ah, right. No, I thought the skeleton was really hard, but it turns out that my weapon was just broken. An ancient skeleton. The Seafarer's Ring. Ah. Constant effect water walking. And a drag short sword. Not very useful, but mildly interesting. Okay, lower still. Very tough lock. There's some ebony in there. I don't want the ebony. More hassle than it's worth. Too heavy and illegal. We could sleep down here if we wanted. Make this our little secret home. Well, how fascinating, I wonder. If there's a way to discover what happened here. There must be a story behind this. Who knows? Okay, let's just speak with everyone here, make sure I've tied up all the loose ends. New publican. Just go to the governor once you've convinced Olvis to accept Andas's condition for running the inn. Focus on your other tasks if she objects. Okay, let's see what she says about this then. She's pacing, she's stressed. Where are you going? Alvuru. About that new publican. Yes, Olvis Omaynis is interested. Him? I'm sorry, but that is out of the question. You should be glad that I'm even letting him run that pub in the mine. Why is that? We were really close to negotiate a contract with Milnes, Cloran. I keep wanting to say Cloran, but I guess it's Loran in Andothran. So I think she's our best hope. Okay, let's go back to Andothran and speak with Milnes then. Where would she be? She has a manor on the western side. Okay.
If he was a bag, he'd need kicking.
Back to Andothran then. Wow. It is dark. Dark and laggy. Yeah, that's a bit better. Let's go wake Mills up in the middle of the night. We were told she's a skilled negotiator, so maybe waking her up will put her on the back foot. And man is over this side of town somewhere.
What are you gawking at?
Let's consult the map. Ugh. Oh. Right next to the Morrigatong Guildhall. I've been in here before. Not on... Don't think I was on any business though.
What are you gawking at?
That robe makes me look like a house.
Somewhere in Cyrodiil, no doubt.
If he was a bag, he'd need kicking.
Yeah, we did speak to Milnes before, didn't we? I can't remember why. But I'm sure we did. Maybe I was just passing through, and maybe it was business. Pleased to meet you, High Elf. I am Milnes Loran. What brings you to Andothran? I'm here to negotiate a new contract for the inn in Omaynis. So, Alviru wants to make a new attempt. Can't stand the thought of Redoran workers building the town for her, can she? Well, if you hadn't figured already, Thorlor Andas's touch is on nearly everything around here, and I can tell you he's up to no good. I do not support this. I have managed to secure a contract with some workers that are out of his reach, but they aren't cheap. I'm still missing some funds. Pay me 500 gold and I'll hire them for the inn in Omaynis. Right, okay. How much support do I want to give Thorlor Andas then? Do I want to cozy up, get in his good books? Because I am a competing noble. Maybe I want to undermine his efforts a little bit. Can't we make another agreement? That's the spirit. Alviru told me that she had intended her brother Nalvos to run the inn, but he suddenly declined. I believe Andas has a debt to settle with him, although Andas would never admit it. If he were to run the inn, it would blow against Andas's plan for Omaynis. So if you convince him, I'll hire the workers for free. How does that sound? Ah. Oh, right, okay, I should have spoken to her first. Oh, I don't know if I've already offered the job to their disgraced cousin or whoever he was. I don't know which side to play here. Um... Let's see if I can convince Nalvos to do it. It
What
might
are
be
you
too late.
gawking at?
It might be too late at this point anyway.
What are you gawking at?
I wish my recall spell wasn't taken up with something else at the moment. I could do with teleporting. Right, it's still dark as hell. Thought maybe it would be the morning by the time I got here, but it's not. Let's speak with Nalvos again. What can you tell me about Alvuru? My sweet, dear sister. She sure thinks a lot of herself, you know. I never understood what father saw in her. If you ask me, she totally lacks what it takes to be a great businesswoman. Boldness, charisma, vision. Instead, she keeps her nose in those stupid ledgers just between you and me. If I were running the business, we'd be halfway to owning Andothran by now. Olvis, a cousin of mine, though you couldn't tell. My sister won't have anything to do with him. Olvis's father became a vocal abolitionist in Narcissus. A whole branch of the family got disowned, naturally. Quite the scandal. But on the lowdown, I still keep up with Olvis. He really appreciates that. Doesn't he hate him? I might have made my decision. I'm not sure if I can go back on it. I never really had anything to convince him with anyway. Perhaps the locals have some clues of what could sway him. Here we go. Maybe go head back to the bar, ask some of his drinking buddies. What time is it? 4 AM. It'll be getting light soon. Alright, you. No, he doesn't have anything cool to say. Let's charm them. If someone tells you to speak freely, they don't really mean that. Vagoth, at your service. Currently I'm still a miner here, but I'm one of the closest associates of Nalvos Omaynis, the governor's brother, so that makes me quite important. Okay, let's try and persuade him. It was going well. Alright, come on, tell me something I don't know. I don't have the new publican topic. Maybe I should find someone who has that. Armor warrior, keeping his secrets to himself. Ah, here we go. What about him? He's a noble, but his behaviour is not particularly noble. At any rate, he drinks way too much. What does that tell me? Perhaps I can use that to my advantage, but I don't know how. Maybe I can tell him that he can just drink as much as he wants if he owns the inn. Is that a good plan? Is that ingenious or really stupid? Okay.
What are you gawking at?
Nalvos, you know how you like drinking? Yes, I can say it. Amazing. Yeah, you know how you like drinking? If you ran the inn, you could just have free drinks all the time. I can get cheap drinks easily enough at the mine pub. I don't need to run the place for that. Do you have any other reason for me to accept? No. Okay. Okay, let's cast our net a bit further afield and ask Pod.
I like what I see.
Do you know anything about Nalvos? What could I ask? Oh, it's sunrise. Where's the sun rising from? Yeah, let's watch it. It's going to be amazing. Shame there's a frozen cliff racer just by there. That's me changing my view distance. The weird fog changing there.
What was that?
Can't actually see very much from here. Well, it was quite nice, but I was honestly hoping to be able to see a bit more of the landscape. It's a bit foggy, isn't it, or something? Even with that's my view distance turned up, but yeah, it's got this like weird haze. We'll explore around this area one day. Maybe I'll get round to it. Alright, back to harassing all of the locals. Let's go to the smith. I need to get some things repaired, and I can ask the smith if he knows anything. We could ask Vvardenfell here as well. Do you know Nalvos? What about you? Are you new around here? Do you think you could help me with something? I have a small problem with a statue up there. With the statue up there on the hill above the town. Yeah, I know the one. Yeah, I have to move it, you see. The statue depicts Saint Felms. I've been wondering who that was. Thanks for telling me. The statue depicts Saint Felms and is apparently made by a quite famous sculptor from just before the armistice, by the name of Daedra. But Omaynis is, how to say, a bit small and out of the way. So we at the temple, well, Nal's Andolin at least, want to move it to a more prominent location overlooking the Thur River Delta. But the local governor, Alveru, doesn't want to hear of it. She won't even accept my audience anymore. I can't help you, I'm afraid. I understand, but talk to me if you change your mind. You know, this splendid Hlaalu town is just the place for a statue of Saint She's gone. She's walked away. No, you're not taking our statues. The temple always coming into our towns trying to steal our statues. Nerissa. Welcome to my shop, Outlander. I'm Nerissa Brenos, the blacksmith. I had a bit of a vacation earlier, what with injuring my eye. Oh, look. And she does have an injury on her eye. But now I'm back in business. If you need a shovel or a pickaxe, you've come to the right place. I can also repair your broken armor. That's what I'm looking for. Thank you. And do you know anything about Nalvos? No.
If he was a bag, he'd need kicking.
Ask the trader. I'm just going to ask everyone at this rate. Okay, everything's kind of pointing me towards the miners, right? Maybe I should go into the mine and ask some of the other people who work there. Makes more sense than just kind of knocking on random people's doors. No one in here knows any. Well, Olvis might. Nalvos likes to think of himself as really magnanimous. I'm the poor disowned cousin, and so he comes to chat with me once in a while in the most patronising possible manner. I can't really decline. He's the governor's brother after all, as he keeps saying. Yes, but I need something I can use. Okay. I won't touch the Kwama. You don't know anything about him. Go away, ah!
If he was a bag, he'd need kicking.
Can you tell me anything? Maybe I'm on the wrong path here. Maybe someone back at the manor? Someone who works there? I really don't want to resort. I want to try and think this through. I don't want to resort to just literally going around and speaking to every single citizen. It might take that. What do you think about Nalvos? Same as everyone else? What about Nalvos's neighbour? Fells. Same. Responses everywhere.
Maybe when it snows in my stove.
Inera, you surely have the gossip. You and a meat cleaver. Please tell me something. Nothing. God damn it. Cornelius, can you tell me something? But truth, shame to the family, he's a drunkard, he's lazy, and his freeloader friends start all sorts of trouble. Okay, but I can't discover anything more than that. What kind of trouble did they start? Is there a... rumours? Well, I just had a phone call, which means my time is up. So I'm gonna have to leave this quest unfinished again. I hate doing that. I like to wrap things up before I end, but I don't seem to be on the right path. I really would like to find out something to convince Nalvos to run this in, but I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know who to talk to. Have I been given a hint and ignored it? I don't think so. Walking around and just speaking to everyone is not the way. It's got to be something to do with the schemes with his friends. But I'm sure I didn't have any other relevant topics with them. I'm gonna just have a look at my options with these two guys one last time before I leave. Now I've had them at high disposition, I didn't get any other options. You heard about the unhappy miners? Well, now you've seen one too.
What are you gawking at?
Dunno. But I'm gonna have to leave it there. I'm annoyed, but I don't want to just give Olvis the job here. I feel like this Tholo Andas guy is maybe a bit too powerful for Silton Elliot to just kind of cozy up to. we don't really need to benefit from his power. If anything, we're kind of threatened by him. So we're going to be friendly, but I'd like to try and undermine him when we can. So I'll continue looking for new leads next time. But anyway, that's all I have time for. See you next time. Bye.